Hi, I'm Lisa Sarges, author of Diary of a Fat Girl, How I Lost 140 Pounds, Overcame Binge Eating Disorder, and Learned to Love Myself After Weight Loss Surgery. Don't compare yourself to other people. Not in your progress and not in your suffering. Don't do it. It's a trap, and it'll just make you feel bad. It will not help you heal. Nobody is more or less deserving of sympathy and help. We all are. We're all suffering. Our suffering might be different. And don't listen to people who say, oh, you can't compare somebody who's overcoming this with somebody who's dealing with that kind of grief. And it's not a contest. Please stop. If you're suffering, you deserve relief. You deserve compassion. You deserve respect. You're a human being and you have dignity. This is not a race. This is not a triage about who gets to have your own sympathy and compassion. You first, or you can't put the oxygen mask on the person next to you. Isn't that what they tell us on the airplane? If you're traveling with somebody who's disabled or with small children or whatever, you put your mask on yourself first and then help the person next to you, because if you don't, you will pass out and then two people don't get the oxygen. So, you have to give yourself, you have to fill your own needs, or you can't help anyone else. Your cup has to be overflowing, or you won't have anything to give to the next person. We're women, and there are expectations on us that we should always be selfless and forever giving, especially to men. And it has conditioned us to believe that our suffering doesn't matter. Our mental health is just, us whining and being self-absorbed, that eating disorders aren't real and don't cause real suffering. And, there's a million ways that we're told to shut up and suffer in silence. Somebody actually said that to me once. Suffer in silence, you bitch. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I lived that. I'm middle-aged. I'm fat. There are other intersections of marginalization that I don't have, so I do understand people have it worse, but I'm not going to compare. I just know that as I got older, people stopped seeing me and treating me with the same kind of respect and interest as they treated me when I was younger. Professionals whose job it is to help me and support me and teach me and care for me, and I'm talking about medical people, etc., will sometimes speak to me in a louder tone of voice as if I'm deaf or hard of hearing. Or they'll treat me like I'm a child, I'm stupid. There's an assumption about a fat woman. Think of the expression, oh, she let herself go. What does that really mean? Oh, she got fat. That's what that means. So how many ways can people be disrespectful and horrible? So don't expect the world to give you any kind of sympathy and understanding. If you do get it, that's great. But you have to give it to yourself first and understand that if you're suffering, you deserve compassion, dignity, and sympathy. Depression is more than just a bad mood. Eating disorders are not, depending on the spectrum, gluttony or just dieting too much. Body dysmorphism can lead to suicidal ideation or suicide. So please, don't compare ailments and say that somebody deserves to talk about what they're going through more than anyone else. There's no one who deserves more care than anyone else. And if it's a competition, then that's a shame. That's a real shame. Nobody should have to compete for care, sympathy, compassion, and respect. So when I'm at the gym, because this is my 10th day, I'm supposed to be talking about that. But I'm in a mood. I'm in a mood, and I'm going to let it out by talking. I talk for a living. You think think I'm looking at what other people are doing? I don't give a damn what other people are doing there. People sweating, grunting, grinding, repping, working with trainers. That's their business. I'm doing my business. And I'm working at my pace. And I'm enjoying myself. It's a playground. I like the machines. It's weird. I like the machine. I actually like the machines. I like the one with the where the thing goes behind your legs and you go like this. It feels really good. It's like a massage. It's strange. I like it. I do my thing. Not comparing, not competing. I hop on the scale once a week out of curiosity. The minute it starts messing with my head, I'm not getting on the scale. Just stop. I'm just not doing it. Either right this second or tomorrow. Okay, I'll start now. Progress is not a straight line. I had to reach down and grab my pant cuff to get my foot over onto the bike today. You know, the day before I had whoop, boop, boop. I had done it. I'm like, yay, progress. Well, today I had to use it's not a straight line. I did it. I got on the bike, rode for my 10 minutes, and I was doing something on my phone because I had my phone with me. Sometimes I stick it in the locker, sometimes I take it. I had my phone with me and I was in the middle of something. So I kept riding because I'm like, I have to finish this thought. So I rode, I think, 12 minutes today. I do my machines to stretch this out. If you keep your shoulder dropped, you get a better stretch. There's very little pain today. It started out very stiff and painful, and now getting some blood flow into the area, it feels better. Sometimes at night it'll stiffen up. It stiffens up in the morning. I use my Ortho Sport. It's by Young Living. It's excellent. Rub it right in there. Oh, there's people with much worse injuries than yours. Well, I hope they get some care for that. I'm taking care of me because I take care of a lot of people. A lot of people. I teach and counsel a lot of people. And if I'm not getting cared for, then that's not happening. That means I'm falling apart. I had a woman the other day telling me that I'm a narcissist because I talk about myself. Well, first of all, look up what a narcissist actually is. And how I probably deserved to be hit because of the mouth on me. Wow. I didn't finish reading her comment because I'm like, nope, this is not feeling good. Delete, block. Bye. Do these things for yourself. I tell my story. That's what I do. I deserve to get up and tell my story. I have this platform. Not only do I teach, I teach college. Yes, that makes me a professor. I'm a part-time professor. They call me an adjunct professor. Or an instructor. I don't know what they call me. Professor Lisa is what you call me, because that's what I do. So I use stories to help people, to lift people up, to let people know they're not alone. I do this partially for myself because I enjoy it, and because people say, thank you. I thought I was alone in all this. Not all of us can afford to pay between $100 and $225 an hour to get someone to listen to us. So what do? Well, there's places online, groups, forums. I highly recommend Al-Anon because chances are there's an alcoholic or addict in your life, and so you can go there. They charge you $1. You don't even have to pay the $1 if you don't have it, $1 or $2. But we think because folks call our depression a bad mood or just suck it up, or people trivialize eating disorders, or look at fat people like we're just lazy and let ourselves go, that we actually don't deserve the sympathy, respect, dignity, help, compassion, and support that other folks with more respectable issues have. Yeah, that's a load of crap. Dismiss that as a lie. You and I deserve sympathy, respect, compassion, care, help, and non-judgmental listening. And if we can't get that from other people, we give it to ourselves. And don't forget this move. Don't compare your suffering to other people's suffering. What we have in common, all of us human beings, is that we all suffer. The situations will be different. Don't for a second believe that you don't deserve to be listened to because there's somebody who's got it worse than you. That's a load of crap. Don't for a second believe that you don't deserve applause and cheering and encouragement because there's somebody who's doing something harder. Don't buy into that. Please don't buy into that. Find your cheerleaders. And if you can't right away, just keep looking. You will. Usually people who have similar issues will applaud one another. If you can't find a cheerleader right away, you cheer for yourself. Hooray! I got to the gym 10 days in a row. Hooray! Be well, and you deserve care. Hit the like button and subscribe if you're not subscribed.